Welcome back to the third episode of World of Tanks Solo, and since we've played the T-50 and the T-50-2 in the previous two episodes, I think for the third episode it would make sense to play the tank that comes after the T-50 in the tech tree, and that once upon a time back in the days replaced the T-50-2 in the tech tree, until they decided to re-release it as a reward premium. This is not a reward premium, however, and it is kind of a clunky light tank. It's not my favorite at all. I need another quite few games in it. I want to have 2,500 games played in this tank at some point before I lay it to rest. Most of the games I have played in it has not actually been with this tank. It was the T-50-2, but it got replaced in the statistics screen as counting as battles on this tank. It's got 5 degrees of gun depression, which I'm never really a big fan of. Its average DPM is less than the T-50. I have it set up with a ventilation system and bond coated optics and bond stabilizer. Full gold, of course, as I don't really care about credits that much, since I only need to spend them on consumables and ammo at this point. 474 meters view range, and I mean, you can have some good games in this thing, but generally it isn't really that enjoyable to play. In my experience, I prefer other light tanks. Any of the other 3 tanks that I have here in tier 6, I would prefer and actually enjoy playing a lot more than this. When I hit 2,500 games in this thing, I'm selling it and I'm never looking back. But for now, that's a way off, so let's do some battles. I'm gonna fast forward you to the actual fighting. 1 minute and 5 seconds it took, which I guess at this time of day is good enough. Well, it's 3 in the morning, holy hell. Yeah, well, either way. So we got a tier 8 game here on Siegfried line on the side of the map where it's easiest to spot, safest on the field. I'm gonna throw in a little smiley there and see if that makes anyone likely to join in. I hope this AMX-1357 does not have the same idea as me, because I want to go into the bush that is pretty much right over here somewhere. These bushes. The other side of this map does not really have any position equivalent to this, except for maybe these bushes here, but they are a lot more risky, and you don't have this type of hill here to duck behind if you do get spotted. And also it's just thicker foliage here, which certainly helps out. Now it is a popular place to blind fire though, so definitely keep that in mind. I'm gonna reverse a little bit there so I can take some shots at this guy, and missed him of course. There we go, 1 guy down. Off to a decent start. Let's see what else we can do. I think... Oh! Horrendous timing on that. Should have just remained in the damn bush, but oh well. Such is life. I'm gonna fall back a little bit here so I'm not too easy of a target to shoot at, and now it's kind of given away here that I'm in this position, so I think I'm actually just falling back because yeah, that T-71 can cause a little bit of issues for me. So I apologize to my teammates for saying that I would spot and then falling back like this, but there was stuff appearing that I don't necessarily want to deal with right now. So, okay. Yeah, I kind of need that T-71 to go down, at least one of those light tanks, preferably the T-71 with its magnificent autoloader. I wouldn't go there myself with a T-71 necessarily, as it is a it's a pretty good tank to do damage with. It's got a 6-round clip, and it's not the best spotting tank. It's a bit like boxy. Maybe I'll do that for the next episode actually. As you might have gathered from my first 3 episodes here, I am indeed a light tank player. It is the tank class in the game that I enjoy the most, simply because you can quickly get to where you need to be at any given time. Moving around the map doesn't take very long, so you can relocate quickly. I don't always relocate when I should, however, but that's a whole other topic. Just trying to check here if I can see any enemies. Not really much going on here, so I'm going to fall back and try to be useful somewhere else. Maybe on the field again. But yeah. Emil doesn't have a clue. He wants me to spot. But sometimes you just can't do what your teammates want you to. And here comes the gun depression into play. Being quite terrible. Maybe we can get some shots off on this T-64 over here. He should be standing just right there. I could probably take some return fire from doing this, but... Oh well, we did get some spots in on him. And Emil took him out. Very nice, okay. I figured rinse and repeat that towards the T-71 there. That would be quite nice. I don't want to go into that, in and attack that guy, because if he has a full clip, he will clip me out if he hits all the shells and just, well, destroy me in one clip. I don't really want to go into the city. As you can see, like a Bisonte and such is not what I ideally want to be fighting. This is not exactly a city brawler. To put it mildly, I forced that guy to, well, I didn't force him to, but he chose to waste a shell on me. He could have hit, so you know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. That's something to keep in mind. The Brachetto's making a move. So I'll just let him know that I'm coming to help out. Good, we're getting rid of that T-71. And I will then take over and spot a little bit up ahead. Brachetto is keeping on pushing though, but that's good. If he gets bogged down, I can push further. Let's see. Just signalizing for backup. Not going to get much, but we might get enough though with the T-25. And if the Brachetto just kind of lurks around the outskirts still, and that could be good as well. We don't have shots on that. We do have shots on this guy, barely. Maybe RNG can give us a good hit. No, not quite. Oh, come on, RNG. Come on. Oh, go to the center of the goddamn circle. Finally, Jesus Christ. That was a tricky shot to hit, I have to admit that. But it's just a little bit annoying when you don't hit anyway, though. Maybe we can do some damage to this Eagle 7, huh? It's not likely we'll do a lot, but we could do some. Okay, he's gone. I should probably actually be spotting and going in here, so I get some spotting damage rather than absolutely nothing. But this is just not like the most capable tank in the game. In fact, it's I don't particularly enjoy playing this, if I'm being honest. I guess now we're just kind of cleaning up the remaining tanks. Let's see if we can go and get some Audi kill for free. Light up that Judas as well. Average penetration on my high explosive shells 29. I think that might go through the Judas. I don't know, we'll experiment and see if we get to do some damage over here. The Judas is probably camping the corner, so should spot him as we go for the artillery, I assume. I'm gonna ram this Audi because he's trying to drown himself and I will not have it. So there we go. Right, Judas over there, he says. I believe him because he isn't in this corner, that's for sure. Probably right about this bush here. Around this area, unlit. Oh, there we go. I can take a hit from this guy, that's okay. Should be fine doing so. And I'm not doing much to him with this high explosive stuff though. He's not wasting his repair kit or anything. And I'm not doing much. Okay, we're getting some damage. Shouldn't have wasted my time shooting high explosives. But yeah, he's not gonna have a good time. And game over. It's a win. Stop bullying the poor Judas. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that guy had much of a good time. I was gonna press affirmative, but the game ended too soon, so I didn't have time to interact with it. Either way, turned out pretty well, I suppose. Obviously, could have gone better if I played a bit more aggressive, but it could also have gone a lot worse if I played a bit more aggressive. You just never know. Sometimes it pays off to be aggressive, though. We got 5,357 W and 8 out of that, and was second in the team after the AMX 1357. The AMX 1357 is a brilliant light tank. I really enjoy playing that one. It is a powerhouse. You can see, like, this guy did a lot of damage in a tier 8 game with this, so it's really quite capable. And he also has Fox in his name, so shout out to Balk Fox. Did he misspell black, or is he maybe from the Balkans or something? Who knows? Either way, we're going on for the next one. Yeah, I just want to say real quick that I think the UDAS, I wasn't 100% sure on its armor, but I thought that it is 30mm that he has. So obviously we weren't going to penetrate that on most shells anyway, with 29mm of high explosive penetration. I wasn't 100% sure, and there's like a less than 50% chance if we hit correctly that we could do it, but yeah, I should have just gone with regular ammo the entire time, and I would have gotten more damage out of it for that, but I'm okay with the results though. Not too shabby. And hopefully we get a game soon. 2 minutes it took, and a few seconds, and I'd say the wait was worth it. The enemy team has 3 light tanks, none of which are particularly well suited for spotting. They're not bad for it. I mean, I got the MT-25. I'll signalize I'm going here. Okay, I should be better at typing faster. But either way, I'm going for the bush. Signalizing for people to shoot there, and I hope the VK2801 can respect my privacy in the bush here. I really should not be going there necessarily with the VK. At least not when there's a more suited light tank that can do it instead. Oh, blind fire in the bush, which is fairly common. And they're paying for doing so. Yeah, dodged them. Some of our guys are getting shot as well, so I'm pretty sure there's an enemy light tank right there. I'm not the one spotting that guy, but I could take a shot at him. Obviously I'm gonna miss, but just want to see if I get lit doing so, and yes. Not exactly to my surprise. I'm just gonna hang back here for 2 seconds, and then we're gonna try to do something more sensible. As the effective spotting in this area is probably a little bit past expiration. Oh shit, I didn't see him. Sorry, my bad, I don't have time to say that though, but yeah. Did not mean to slam into your face. Missed though. There's a chance the MT-25 is, yeah. Oof. Oh, and I drove into the shell, so. But it didn't hit me too hard, so. It's only a little bit of stun, and I can live with that. Put a shell into that thing and back off. Didn't get spotted doing so. Maybe maybe it's the VK that was sitting there, and he has now moved in and died as he didn't spot enough for him to remain there or something. But yeah, I mean, let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can get some spots going. This guy, huh? Oh yeah. Well, gonna chase this guy a little bit. See if we can help our AMD friend here out with taking this guy out. And then drop down the dip here for safety. Maybe we can support the hill. Or do something else sensible. AMD guy seems to be a little bit aggressive. Okay, well the gun depression of this tank really kinda Really fucks you. I can just... Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Gotta keep in mind the guys on the hill as well, but yeah, I can probably get into the bush here and hopefully be able to spot some enemies from here that my team can then take on. So hopefully artillery will have some shots on this guy. Not so much going on so far. I'll just back off a little bit, take some shots at this guy. I probably missed. Oh, look at that. I got lit. So we might have something in around the area over here. Oh, the gun depression, man. It's really terrible in this tank. I hate playing with 5 gun depression tanks. But the SU-100, I believe we can take him out. Now, of course, he's coming around this way, but whatever, it shouldn't really matter that much, and we're gonna go in here and see if we can find artillery and take it out. Maybe we back off, actually. Trying to target that Jackson there with my auto aim, but it's not really... Okay, there we go. Okay, I should not be driving in a straight line. Let's see if we can light up that guy once more. Okay, so he's chasing me down right now. Better go across him from side to side rather than straight at him, and let's see if we can circle him a little bit. No, he's going to turn around the other way now. He's going to miss. Artillery missed me as well. Come on, come on. Oh, I bounced. Oh yeah, so this tank is like weirdly bouncy at times. Not sure why, but it doesn't really have much armor, but it has some angles to some of the armor on it. Alright. Oh, fuck. Well, he got me good. Either way, it's a win. We got 4 kills, and a lot of spotting, and a decent amount of damage. Pretty much a really good light tank map, and if you're on equal tier with a light tank on this map, you should be able to do pretty good. Not always, I mean, circumstances can occur where you get fucked in one way or another, but that's just this game, really. Happens to everyone. What are you gonna do? At least the team was pretty okay. Had some decent support as I moved in here. They weren't camping too hard. They were kind of following in behind me, and they were helping out. So, just got a little bit unlucky with that artillery, though. Too bad. I saw him get hit, and I mistakenly registered him as being killed, but I wasn't really paying that much attention to it, though, if I'm being honest. But all in all, it's a win, and not a game to be unhappy about. Let's see here, we got the Ace Tanker badge, 8600 WN8, increased our mark of excellence by 0.83%. I already have the 3rd mark, so I don't really care that much. Top of the team by quite a margin with experience, scout and patrol duty, 3300 spotting, 4700 combined, and 2187 experience with the premium account. Alright, let's keep going. 53 seconds this time, so could be worse, I guess. And the matchmaking is really treating me nicely right now. Cannot complain about this, another tier 6 game. One thing that is a little bit bad with this is the fact that the enemy has quite a few light tanks, 3 in fact, and 2 of them are platooning together. I guess that might mean they don't go for the spotting here. One could spot and one could support. And I hope that we'll get some backup. But I'm not going to go super ham just straight off the get-go. I'm going to wait a little bit and hang back just in case some enemy light tanks are suiciding in. Because if they are, the enemy are going to take notice of that and they're going to be probably aiming towards where he's rushing. And I don't really know who's going to set up to support and who isn't yet. None of the other light tanks are going this way, which is understandable. It is a bit tricky of a position to play in. So I'm gonna start out here, and I'm gonna just chill here for like 20, 30 seconds. Something like this. Just explaining to my dudes over here what I'm actually up to. Okay, this guy's suiciding in a little bit. Well, if he can go there and not get lit, then I can probably push in as well. So let's do it. I like to follow the bush line here as I move in, so I'm not so easy to detect. We've seen the enemy light tanks, all of them actually, on the other side of the map. And what do you know, there's artillery. Which I can't really shoot from here, but oh well. Right. Okay, well I might be able to go and kill artillery actually. Doesn't look like a lot of stuff is going on here. Oh well, I could be wrong. I've been spotted, so that's unfortunate. And there we go, yeah. I now regret my decision and I don't have backup. Everyone that could have backed me up has decided to instead drive away. So this is not going to end very well for me most likely. Ah, fucking hell. I forgot to pay attention to whether or not I actually had some support. Turns out, I don't. But Cromwell, can you... What are you doing? This guy. Fucking blacklisting him. What an absolutely useless position he is sitting in. Like, no joke. Okay, this 40 TP might spot me soon, and the IQV is probably going to spot me anyway, so I'm probably going to die, but I'm going to try to get out of it. Nah, I got murdered. So I pushed too far, and I stupidly thought that I had backup, but all of those people behind me decided to drive off somewhere else and do fuck all. And now the Cromwell, that hasn't understood what the fuck draw distance is in the game yet or anything, is now just leaving that position. He could have driven forward, helped us out, done some damage, made it worthwhile being in that position, but instead, he's a useless shit, so yeah, he does useless shit stuff. Yeah, well, at least now I know. Let's see him fail. Let's see how good of a player he is. So the rest of this episode is, I mean, I failed horribly. I took a risk, it didn't pan out, I went too aggressive, I should have just sat there, I should have had a look at the minimap, realized that I had absolutely no support apart from the VK, which was basically suicide driving, and I put myself in a bad position. Now I just hope this Cromwell gets wrecked extremely hard. Because I feel like he deserves it. But no, instead he gets free damage. Cool. Is he gonna get more free damage? Yeah, I don't know. You can't count on your teammates for shit in this game. Every time you do count on your teammates for anything, you're just gonna get disappointed. I mean, you can't drive for shit. He's taking hits that he doesn't get damage from. I guess he's just playing to have quotation marks fun, but okay, I'm gonna stop shaming this guy now. This is gonna be one of those games, you know, it's not gonna be a particularly good one, I think. At least my spotting off that Hummel might have helped our artillery to know where he is and then shoot him as soon as the Hummel fired off a shell. Oh, we even have two AFK guys. So here's two guys that take note of these names if you want. Because the pieces of shit sabotage the team. You're going on blacklist. And you're going on blacklist. Welcome aboard, motherfuckers. Alright, well, I guess we were just set off to lose this from the get-go. My support on the east side was... Well, it looked like I had support for a little while, and then I looked back and like, oh, everyone's gone away, and the one tank remaining is fucking retarded, so yeah, there you have it. That's World of Tanks for you sometimes. Not that much you can do about it. You cannot have any control over these 14 other clowns in your team. And make no mistake, most of the time, they are clowns. Quite often anyway. Even though you win the game, probably they're still stupid. It's just the enemy team is stupider. In my experience. Now I'm coming from a standpoint of a piece of shit Norwegian that has high win 8 and played the game a lot, so I actually know what I'm doing to some degree at least. So, you know. You might hate on me for saying what I'm saying, but you know, that's good. Good. Let the hate flow. Let me know how much you hate me. And then you can see how much I care. Which, spoiler alert, isn't a whole lot. Well, let's watch these guys fail and die, and then we'll check the game end results and cry a little bit at my performance. I gotta say though, I'm not a big fan of this map. Why is this? It's a nuclear test site. Why are we fighting with tanks in a nuclear test site? Like for real. It's a shit map. If I'm honest, I never liked this map. It's just, it's just poor map design. In my opinion, poor map design. 80% of the maps in the game are just really not all that good. That's my take on it anyway. They could definitely use to just fire everyone they have working on map design right now and get some fresh blood in. Maybe also, and I know this is crazy to say, but, you know, listen to their community. Just saying. Because it's pretty obvious the people playing the game has a lot more clue about how the game should be than the people that are making it. At least that's pretty clear to me. So yeah, basically, generally, overall, the Comel got that free damage and jumped on top of a guy and died. So yeah, he was useful. The entire team was very useful. We had these two guys AFK. This guy might as well have been AFK. Same for this guy, and this guy sucked particularly hard, so fuck him. And yeah, basically, terrible team. Terrible, terrible team. There was no way we were going to win that battle. There might have been if I could have done something miraculously, but yeah, doing one damaging hit and dying is not so miraculous and certainly doesn't help the situation. Either way, we did win 2 out of 3 games, got an average experience of 1,284 across these 3 games. And 3,991 win 8 average. So that last game there really tanked us down. How much did we get there? 0 win 8. Nice. That's a good finishing game. Proud of that one. Alright, well, thank you for watching. If you did like my rambling and my nutty behavior, then, well, you're welcome to consider leaving a like on the video and maybe even subscribing, because this crazy Norwegian right here's got some more where that's coming from. Is probably gonna get a lot crazier over the episodes. As soon as I start coming out of my shell and just raging like a maniac. Probably gonna happen at some point. Either way, yeah, have a good one.